Hello Ketika, welcome to Gulte. Bro, how are you doing today?
Very well. How are you?
I'm great. So at what point did you decide to become an actor?
I believe I was about 5 years old.
5?
Yeah.
That's quite early.
Yes. Yeah. I was watching this film called Dil To Pagal Hai with my mother. I was asking my mom, how do I get to that other side? Like I want people to watch me and I want to be on the screen. And I think that's when she put it in my head that if you want to be there, you have to be an actor. And ever since then, I've wanted to be an actor.
Okay. So I was watching a previous interview of yours and you said that you are visualizing the secret, that visualization technique. You are visualizing having a podcast
Of my own.
Is that dream still on?
So very, very much on, and I hope it's realized very soon. Hopefully this year.
Really?
Yeah, let's see. I'm not saying I'm going to.
Yeah.
But I would love for that to happen because I do get a feeling that that's something that I'm very passionate about. I love conversations. I love people's minds. I love that.
So let's say you're kickstarting a podcast this year in a couple of months.
Let's say.
Hypothetically, it doesn't have to be. Let's not think about it practically. I'm saying hypothetically. Okay. What would your dream guest list look like?
Okay. I think my podcast is going to have a lot of professionals from the field of psychology and communication. That's my interest area. Mm-hmm. I think I'm going to have I would love to have this gentleman called Andrew Huberman.
Yeah. He's a star.
He is epic, and I think he's a gift to humanity.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you follow his routines?
Whenever I listen to something he says, it's incorporated instantly because I really feel like he knows what he's talking about, So even health related, I would love to have him on my podcast one day. And of course, you've got the likes of, Jay Shetty and super empathetic people who talk about relationship dynamics, emotional intelligence. I would love to have my podcast based on that. I don't think my podcast will be very commercial.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't see that happening because it's going to be something purely passionate and to just spread awareness about how to be kinder and more patient with one another.
Do you follow Oprah podcast?
I've seen some of the things, yes.
I think you spoke about Julian on Love also. So I took your recommendation and I listened to a couple of episodes and I loved it. Yeah, she's great. Yeah, the way she talks about relationships and all. Yeah. I like the fact that she never gets into the extremes, like not just toxic relationships or those abusive relationships, but she talks about issues in very normal relationships, issues between normal people. Yeah. So yeah, thank you for that.
Wow, I'm so touched that you actually watched that podcast and that interview and you actually followed the podcast. And she says something very interesting. She says one of the bravest acts to do is to walk away from the people you love because probably they're not good for you. And that could be any relationship. That could be your friendship that you've outgrown. Your friends are not compatible anymore. That could be maybe some family members. It could be anybody in our life.
They could be good people also.
Yes, but the fact that they are not good for you or they're not bringing out the best in you and to walk away from that because we are so attached could be a very brave act of self-love.
Absolutely. It's not an easy thing at all.
Yeah.
It's not at all an easy thing.
Nice, Ram. I'm very impressed that you brought that up. Yes.
So hit me up with more recommendations.
Oh my God. So, you already know Andrew Huberman. Yeah. I listen to him like a holy grail.
Oh, and he's a legend. Yeah.
He's epic. And give me some time. Let me.
Okay, true crime. Do you listen to true crime?
No. Should I?
You should. Yeah. So there is this person called Ashley Flowers.
Okay.
She does the podcast is called Crime Junkie.
Okay.
Dude, you have to listen to it. It's like every episode of Crime Junkie can be adapted into a film.
Ooh.
It's that thrilling, like everything. So there is one case of a murder that took place in Australia in 1980s. that was solved in 2016 or 17. So can you imagine that the investigation went on for 37 years?
And these are real stories.
Real horrifying stories.
That's crazy.
Horrifying stories. So
Crime? What is it
Crime
called?
Junkie.
Crime Junkie.
And it's her name is Ashley Flash. She has amazing voice.
Wow.
You'll love it. Yeah.
Wow.
You also said that you keep seeking inspiration from other actors. So what's not just a performance, but what's a film or a performance that really inspired you in recent times?
I think I've very recently watched a film called Anora. Have you heard of it?
Anora, yeah. Mikey Madison.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what inspired me about that film is just that these people, they've come together. They've made a small budget film.
$6 million, which is,
and they're like independent producers, and just making a story which is bold and ambitious, and just going after what they believe in, and then ending up getting the Oscar. That I think is so inspiring, that why to I think it just really goes on to say that if you don't try, you fail, but if you try, it could get you an Oscar.
Could lead you anywhere.
Yeah. So I think just is it a small budget film, or is
it's
it
a $6 million budget,
okay.
which is pretty low compared to a standard Hollywood production.
And knowing that these people came together and they made this film, and they are all independent producers coming together and making a film and then getting an Oscar, it just inspires you to really go after what you believe in, because it could it could get you the greatest recognition, and if it doesn't, at least you tried.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So the director Sean Baker, he shot a film on iPhone also.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So hit me up with some more films that all-time favorites. Obviously, excluding Dil To Pagal Hai.
I can't think of any off the bat, but have you watched this film called The Departed?
I do. Martin Scorsese.
By Martin Scorsese. I was very late to the party.
Okay.
I was very late to the party. I watched it recently and I was blown away by the elevator scene.
Oh, damn. Unexpected, right?
Yeah.
It'll never happen. I mean, it's DiCaprio.
Yeah.
And there's still like some 30 minutes of film left.
Are you a cinephile? Are you
I watch movies.
Okay.
I love watching,
right.
obviously. Yeah. I love
and
movies.
I am obsessed with good content. By the way, I'm obsessed with this series called Schitt's Creek on Netflix. Have you watched it?
Yeah.
I am obsessed with that. And I have recently started watching You's last season that's come.
Okay.
And movies, there are so many. I'm not being able to just think of any off the bat. If I have to pick one from Hindi, I would probably pick Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara. Have you watched
Comfort
it?
film, yeah.
In Telugu, one of the most iconic romantic films of the recent past is Sita Ramam for me, which was just amazing. And I mean, let me think of some films.
Yeah, you keep coming back to me whenever.
Yes. Whenever it comes, I'll tell you.
Interrupt me and give me that.
I'm going to do that.
Recommendation. So tell me about Purwa from Single.
So she's a very independent girl. She is a very practical girl, and she's not scared to show her emotions. She's not scared to show emotions because she's independent. She's not relying on anyone. She's secure in who she is, and she's an honest person. And at the same time, she's a woman. And so she's vulnerable. She's vulnerable with her emotions. She's even vulnerable when it comes to her heart and love. And I think that's Purva in the film.
Superb. So what surprised me the most about Single, it's not the cast, it's not the director, it's not the comedy or anything. Just the fact that Mr. Velraj has shot it. If you look at his filmography, all his films are they're very grounded, they are very serious. He's a frequent collaborator with Vetrimaran in Tamil, and all their films are very grim. He has never shot a fun, colorful film like this. So did you get to interact with him, and do you generally interact with technicians on the film set? What are your interactions like?
So I went in, I used to, like, the first thing I used to do is I used to go to Velraj sir and greet him because I love his work. I love his work. And also he was giving me the most beautiful lighting in the film ever. And I was like, sir, I'm loving the lights you're giving me. Anyway, but he's so nice and like serious. He comes, he does his work, he leaves. But he also looks like my dad a little bit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I used to like go and tell him that, you know what, you look like, you look a little like my dad. But no, I've always, like, I think he's one of the first people I go and greet on set because I have massive respect for him. And just while we're talking, I've just thought of another movie recommendation.
Great, hit me.
Which you must have already seen, by the way.
That's okay, yeah.
It's called Maharaj.
Maharaj, the Hindi one. Maharaja.
Of Vijay Sethupathi.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see it?
I love it.
You watched everything.
No, it's not.
You watched
like
everything.
That. I mean, I watch movies for a living, so yeah.
I know. So I think you should be giving me recommendations, Ram.
I want to know. No, it's not about recommendations or anything.
Yeah.
I want to know your personality, your tastes.
So I am obsessed with this film Maharaja of Vijay Sethupathi sir. Oh my God. I think it's one of the best movies made in the last 10 years.
Absolutely. What was were you disturbed when you watched that reveal for the first time?
It blew my mind. I was very disturbed, and I feel like it really goes on to state, whether you like this or not, human beings are complicated people and they work in the grey. And that is what it is to be human, you know? You work in the grey. You're not black and white. You are going to have some insecurity or some moment in life where you have to make a decision that could be potentially selfish. And that's the meaning of being human. Because if you're going to be so selfless, then you'd probably be, I don't know, Osho or Sadhguru, I'm thinking.
I don't think selfless people exist.
Right?
In the society.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to get away from the society and then be selfless.
I think it's not normal. I think if you would be selfless, you'd be God.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. If you're interacting with society, if you're interacting with elements of society, you have to be self-centered in some capacity. I mean, obviously don't kill others and don't ruin others' lives, but you have to be self-centered.
I mean, you have, because see, and it's not even wrong to be more than self-centered. It's not wrong to prioritize your needs first. Why?
Absolutely.
Because you come alone and you go alone, right? You have to be with yourself through your breakups, through your relationships, through anything in life, through ups and downs. You have to be with yourself. So it's very important that you prioritize yourself.
True.
Without any guilt.
It's a narrative. It's like something like a propaganda where, you know, films, the stories that we hear, they keep telling you to, you know, place others' needs above yours. But the very real and practical thing is, when you get on a flight, what do they say? Pehle khud ki kijiye, fir. Yeah, so.
Dropping facts, Ram. Dropping facts.
So, recently I was talking to Pooja Hegde, and she said something interesting, which is that until now she was doing, she reached a point where she felt the work wasn't exciting her. So she finally decided to say no to a lot of films and do only the stuff that really excites her. And that is actually a privileged position to be in. A lot of actresses or actors or anyone, when they are starting out, they don't have the luxury to say no to a lot of work. One has to reach a certain pedestal to say, no, I'm not going to do this. Ketika, have you reached that position?
I won't say quite yet, but I won't say I'm too far behind also, because I do kind of take it easy and take it slow as well when I have to choose my projects. But yes, I mean, I definitely have to achieve a lot more to reach a position where I can entirely take a decision out of what fuels me creatively. So right now, I also have to take into consideration that this could help my career. This could give me a boost. This could, you know, bring me a lot more opportunities. I have to, right now I am there. But I do have to earn that spot where, you know, and you're right, it is a privileged position to be in, which is earned.
You have to earn it,
and she's earned it. And, you know, to eventually reach a spot where you can then solely select it on the basis of what you really want to do. And I think that's I'm so happy for her. That's a wonderful place to be in.
I hope you reach there very soon.
Thank you.
Yeah. So what does a film that you say no to look like?
I think something which is just totally a story which I don't feel like I can't believe in it. Not from a creative point of view, but just I feel like something standard. I mean, something which is, I feel like in our time the content has changed, and
you mean political correctness, something like that?
No. In fact, now we are not politically correct. Now we are so open and we are showing all sorts of creativity in the world now,
that's
right?
there, but also there is a need to be, if something is fishy about, let's say, a female character or a portrayal of anything, is getting called out. Like many films that came out even 15 years back, 10 years back, which had problematic elements, they are being cancelled out now. So that risk is also there.
Yeah. I think I definitely would want to steer away from a topic that could be largely offensive. But if it is a topic that I feel like, I think it's very interesting and I want to be a part of it, I will go for it. Because I feel we all work through our own intent. And I don't know. I feel like the projects that I say no to are possibly projects that I just can't relate to, or I just don't see myself playing or being a part of. Like it's not sounding exciting enough to me, and I don't be a part of those projects.
Okay. So May 9th single is coming up. What should we expect from the film?
Well, you should expect comedy. You should expect a good time, laughter, and I think this is an out and out entertainer. So Ram, I think go with your friends.
Definitely, yeah.
And I think you're gonna have a blast. You saw the trailer?
No.
You've not seen the trailer?
This is like a thing I've adapted. I stopped watching
Ram
trailers.
is interviewing me and he has not watched the trailer.
No. I think my followers will understand me. I stopped watching trailers.
You're that kind of a person. You just want to
see the film.
Do you know I do that too?
Really?
So many times, if there's a film that I really like, if I've seen a glimpse, so I've seen so many times I'm like, you know what, I'm not going to watch the trailer. I just want to be surprised about what I do that so often.
Yeah.
I do that very often.
Great.
Well, I think you're going to love the film. It's
Can't
you know
wait.
You know what you like about the film? It's a very well-packed film. 2 घंटे ऐसे निकल जाएंगे. Like you're not going to get to know. So you're going to like, and that's a sign of a good film.
Exactly.
And everyone has a feeling usually about a film when they do, and I have a good feeling about this film.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Superb. All the very best. Thank you so much for the time.
Thank you.
Had a great time.
Thank you, Ram. Ram, you were very lovely and conversational, and I really enjoyed this interview. Thank you.
Means a lot.
Thank you for being so cool.
Thank you so much. All the very best.
Yes.
Done.
Thank you.
Bye.